Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers! Welcome back to WizdomDropz, your source for daily drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. My name is TONIA, and today we're talking about you beautiful Virgos. I love you Virgos, high vibe Virgos. You know who I'm talking to, that's right, you. Because I have Venus and Jupiter, the two benefics, in Virgo, well aspected. So I am an absolute sucker for a Virgo. Y'all are so intelligent, you're on your shit, you have everything detail oriented out there. Those of you that are into health and wellness, like holistic, healthy habits, you're yoga gurus. You are the people who people aspire to be when it comes to health and wellness and herbalism. My hat is off to you, Virgo. Like, thank you for existing. If you're an animal person and you nourish animals in your life and you're a vegan and you're Virgo, you're just amazing. I love you so much. But moving forward, okay, this is your 6-month forecast, and even if you don't resonate with those other aspects of Virgo, this is obviously, it's still for you. And basically by the end of it, you're gonna have an idea of what's coming up for you over the next 6 months based on what's currently going down in June. So this is especially relevant for June, and also previews of coming attractions for you in the next 6 months. And it's also previews of coming attractions because all of the primary activations, which I will be talking about today, including Mars and it moving into Aries, Saturn and its retrogradation back into Capricorn, and Mercury's current retrograde cycle in Cancer, are all happening for you, Virgo, in succedent houses, which is indicative of previews of coming attractions, because the succedent houses are the houses that are about to become cardinal houses, which are more significant, life-changing, big, bold houses. So whatever's going down in this area is like going to tell you, yes, about the 6 months, but it's almost like paving the way for your experiences moving forward, okay? I hope that's clear. Let's jump into it. Before I do, make sure you're subscribed, Virgo, if you ain't subscribed already, because I do put out a video every single day of the week, and it is astrologically usually oriented. Other than that, it's literally just straight wisdom. Usually it's earthly wisdom, as you can see as a Virgo. I'm out here with the nature vibing today, and I am here for you guys. I give it to you for absolute free, nothing, free 99, because I believe in the power of astrology. I believe more of us need to be talking about this, and ultimately my full MO, just to be transparent with you, is to build a community of conscious people who love to use astrology in their tangible application of their real lives so that they can accomplish their goals and become more spiritually centered, aligned, and maximize their benefits as a being that is on the path of spiritual evolution in a practical, grounded way. We don't want to be like all up in the stars and like, oh my God, Mars is doing this. No, we're like, that means this means that. And I think you as a Virgo would honestly appreciate that style of astrology, okay? Now, with that said, my friend, thank you for dealing with it, but I am available for readings, and it's WizdomDropz, all Z's, @gmail.com. If you like my style, Virgo, if you like how I break things apart and go into detail and really get to the essence of things, please do reach out. WizdomDropz, all Z's, @gmail.com. That's down below, and I love providing that service for people. I love looking at charts and helping you figure out your unique questions to your life and how to best navigate that to get your goals and what you want out of life, because that's what we should all be helping each other do, and that's my skill set, and that's how I can help you. So moving forward, finally, we're getting to the content, your next 6 months. So you have Mars entering your 8th house in Aries, okay, and this is going to be there for 6 months, Virgo. So Mars in Aries is actually a pretty intense energy. It's excellent because it's in its own sign, and it's very strong, and it's very pure in Aries. It's very Aries in Aries. Mars is the planet that rules Aries, so it's very tough, and it's very energizing. And where are you being energized, Virgo? The 8th house energies. So if you're a Virgo who is finding that you've been going through in the very recent times, like the last week, probably more deep transformative healing, deep psychological exploration. You're already like that as a Virgo. You have a lot of brains, but if you've been really delving into your traumas, delving into your deeper, darker secrets, 8th house, that you don't tell other people, delving into those deeper parts of yourself that feel so deep that sometimes you hide them from others just because you're afraid of judgment, or you're afraid of what could happen. The 8th house is where we put things that could cause us detriment. you know what I'm saying? But we keep it a secret so that it doesn't. So, you know, with that said, it's a very occult and intuitive house. So you as a Virgo the next 6 months, I think you're going to be processing a lot of your own inner traumas that you haven't maybe dealt with before, your own inner blockages, and just things that have happened to you that are less than pleasant that you've just like put in a back in a box and like let it bury in the river, you know, and go to the bottom and just like not deal with it. You're bringing all that up over the next 6 months to heal it, to process it. The 8th house is the house of transformation and deep psychological healing. So good for you, because this is, yeah, it's a malefic or a so-called bad guy planet in the planetary palette that is in the 8th house, which could cause loss. So be careful if you're a Virgo. But because it's in good dignity, it's in its own sign, okay? I think it's going to bring you more of those beneficial aspects that I just talked about, okay? So there's that for your consideration. Use it wisely. If you use the energy and navigate the energy as I just outlined for you to heal yourself, to transform yourself, you're going to likely experience more of that positive vibration. But if you keep it low and you don't deal with your stuff that's coming up for you to deal with, you might find you come into more loss-like experiences, because the planetary energies need to manifest. It's a matter of you giving them a pathway to do so. So there's that, Virgo. The other thing you have going on is Saturn is in your 5th house again. It's been there for like so long, I know, in Capricorn, but it's going to be there for the next 6 months, the last 6 months of 2020. And so what does that mean for you? Well, you know, you've been dealing with these themes over the last couple years, more or less. So, you know, your kids, if you have kids and you're a Virgo and you've been feeling like the grunt work of them, or just like all the work and stuff, it's finally coming to an end though. Whatever's felt so drudgerous around your, if that's even a word, around your, you know, your children, or if you don't have children, your passion projects, your small businesses, that's all 5th house stuff. If it's felt like a lot of work, which it probably has, Virgo, in those arenas of life, you're going to be getting, after these next 6 months, you're really going to be getting a fresh new beginning, because Saturn's going to be entering your 6th house, which is, your 7th. No, your 6th house. I'm so sorry. Your 6th house of Aquarius. And that's going to be even more of your work ethic, you know, even more of your day-to-day grind. But it's a different energy than being in your 5th house. When you have Saturn in the 5th house, it's a little more of a like downer energy, because the 5th house is like, yay, a fun, like childlike energy house. So when Saturn is there, it's like, you must do the work to have yay. And it's like, what? Those energies just don't compute. But you as a Virgo, I think, have been handling it probably pretty gracefully, just because, you know, you're a Virgo and you already have Saturn ruled, you know, 5th house, because Capricorn's your 5th house by whole house system. But there's that energy. And you know what? Over the next 6 months, I think really what that's going to be for you all is a shedding of whatever's been bothering you the last couple years in that arena, and a paving a way for that new path of life to kind of come forward, that next level, okay, of Saturn moving on to a different sign for you, okay? So there's that. And I think just stay true. And if you haven't learned any lessons that you know you need to learn around your children, around your businesses, your passion projects, retrograde planets, according to one really good astrologer I heard recently talk about this, are second chances. So be sure to take the second chance, y'all. Don't fart around. If you know you need to be on your A game, do your Virgo business, get on your A game. I don't even know who I'm talking to, because I feel like all y'all are already kind of on your square. But if I am talking to a Virgo out there that needs some help making sure that they really get on what they know they need to get on to, cool, here's your friendly astrological nudge to really pay attention to what's coming up over the next 6 months. Use that second chance energy. Saturn's back in Capricorn, and it's not going to be coming back for a long time, baby, once it's done. So use the energy now to your advantage. Okay, Virgo? Okay, now, next, you have Mercury retrograde, which is only going to be really impacting us for the next couple weeks, because it's done mid-July, okay? But it's in your 11th house, and this is important work for you Virgos to do, because I think it's more of a jovial work assignment. So hopefully you enjoy what I'm about to say about this. Mercury retrograde is like us going inwards even more, and Mercury is your planet, okay, Virgo? So whatever Mercury is doing in the heavens, it's more significant for you, because it's your ruling planet. Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. So when Mercury's in your 11th house, though, it's about, and it's retrograde. Anytime it's retrograde, it's rethinking, it's reassessing, it's reworking, and it's also refiguring out how to work things forward. It's also learning how to communicate again. You know, when Mercury is retrograde, it's like an internalization of a planet. Anytime you have a retrograde, it's like the planet goes inward, and you also have to put in 3 times as much effort to get anything to come out of it. But once the planet goes forward or direct, it brings you 3 times as much reward, okay? That's how we understand the ebb and the flow of the retrogradation cycles. So, you know, there is that for you to work with, and it's in your 11th house, Virgo, and that means dreams. It's also your network. So you as a Virgo have probably been putting out your grind energy on your networks, okay? You've probably been really working, and it will be throughout July, I would say, because, you know, the retrograde doesn't just end and, oh, it's all over. It's like the planet has to, you know, station to go direct, and then it has to actually go direct. And, you know, we who study astrology know that planets take some time. There's some cushion, there's some buffer. It's not just like a one and done, like, oh yeah, it's done, you know, after one day of moving. So there's that for you to consider. But you've probably been networking or have to put in more effort with your networks or to network. Also, to build your long-term dreams and aspiration, that's the 11th house. You are likely going to get some very deep, insightful downloads, Virgo, over the month of July on what exactly it is you actually really want out of life. That's the 11th house, your true joy, your absolute dreams, and also who you actually want to be affiliated with, Virgos, your larger network of people. 11th house. Are you Virgos in the right networks? Are you Virgos accessing those to the best possible level that you can? And because this is happening in Cancer, which is a water sign all about emotion and feeling and intuition and almost like this mothering energy, right? Well, no almost to it, that it is what it is, but it's like this, it's nurturing presence in your life. You're rethinking, are my networks nurturing me? Are my networks helping me or harming me? Am I really feeling like I jive with the people I've been affiliating with at this networking level? And networks can mean a lot of things. It can be friends online. It can be larger groups of people, like religious groups or work associates groups, you know, organizations that you belong to. The 11th house rules all of that. But you as a Virgo are rethinking that and reassessing it. So allow yourself to really be honest with yourself, Virgo, because this is honest energy, baby. In the heavens right now with all the planets, be honest with yourself. Don't deny what comes up. Mercury is your planet, and it will reward you if you put in the work under this retrograde cycle. If you are honest with your feelings and you're honest with matching up those things I just talked about, your dreams and your networks, with what's really going on. What are you feeling, Virgo? Feel your feels, because Mercury is retrograde in that water sign for a reason, baby. Okay. Now with that said, Virgo, if you like my style, it's WizdomDropz, allz's@gmail.com. Reach out for a reading. I'd love to help you. Like the video if it brought you value. Make sure you're subscribed. Why aren't you subscribed yet? You should be subscribed. Hit the bell notification, all that jazz. And with that said, until next time and through next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.